Gran Turismo 7 is already approaching its third year of existence, and even after the big update spec November 2nd, we still have many cars that have not yet reached the game. Of course, this doesn't depend on Kazunori Yamauchi's good mood. In addition to the time to develop and bring all these cars to the game, I fear the issue of money, as obtaining the license for the cars requires purchasing them. For those of you who want to understand how these licenses work, I made a video explaining all this. I'll leave it here on a card and also the link in the description. In this video, I made a list of cars that are yet to arrive in the game. This list is now not about what I want, but about those cars that have already made it to Forza, The Crew, and even Need for Speed, but have not yet appeared in Gran Turismo. Obviously there are dozens of cars missing, but I chose here just 10 street cars from different brands that needed to come to the game. I don't believe that everyone will arrive, but if some of them appear on the list, it will be a profit, so let's go. The first car is from a brand that has not appeared in the franchise since Gran Turismo 6, which is Bentley. And the Bentley Continental Supersports has already arrived in the Crew Motorfest with the 2010 model, and in Forza Horizon and Forza Motorsport with the 2017 model. This was once considered the fastest Bentley ever made, with 710 horsepower, reaching 208 miles per hour. This brand was only surpassed in 2021 with the launch of the Bentley Continental GT Speed, which is another model that could also make a name for itself in the game. When we talk about BMW, Gran Turismo really needs to catch up. The newest BMW in the game is the 2018 BMW M2 competition, that is, a car from 5 years ago. If we look at the competition, the newest models, those with that gigantic grille, are already in other games. The game could well feature the 2021 BMW M3 competition, which is already in Forza's, or the BMW M4 competition, also from 21, which is present in the Crew Motorfest. The brand's M-Series models have more than 500 horsepower, in addition to being beautiful. Another BMW that has arrived at the games is the more recent BMW M2 with that square front. The game could all these models at once. Still talking about German cars, I couldn't forget Audi. While I was making the video, I noticed something interesting. Gran Turismo doesn't have any street RS models from the brand. Other games have many of them. Among the many RS that the brand offers, it would be interesting to see the Audi RS6 Avant 2021 to balance with the same model that is present in the Forza franchise, or the RS5 Coupe 21 to confront the Crew. The game already has the RS5 Turbo DTM, so it would be great to bring the street version of the same model. Something that can't be believed is that a game made in Japan has completely disregarded one of the most iconic models from there, which is the Mitsubishi Eclipse GSX. Forza Horizon, Forza Motorsport, the Crew Motorfest and Need for Speed Unbound already have the Eclipse in their garages, but Gran Turismo hasn't even thought about bringing it in yet. The model, so desired by many players, has to appear in the game at some point, and I hope it will come next year. An Italian model that also appeared in all the new game franchises but was still far from Gran Turismo is Lamborghini's latest SUV, the Urus. The car that was presented in 2012 took 6 years to be officially launched. With 650 horsepower, the Urus reaches up to 190 miles per hour. If polyphony decides to be bolder, then it could bring the most powerful version of the model, the Lamborghini Urus Performante. One brand that has never appeared in the franchise is Ariel. Despite having few models manufactured, none is more famous than the Ariel Atom 500, which has been driven by those who played Forza's and the Crew. The car, which has no roof or windows, has a V8 engine with more than 500 horsepower. The car is so powerful that in 2011 it broke the record for the fastest street car on the Top Gear test track, and stayed in that position for 2 years until the arrival of the Pagani Huayra. It would be great to test it in Willow Springs or Deep Forest. An iconic model that is missing from the game is the famous Ford Crown Victoria. Used a lot as a taxi, limousine and, mainly, as a police car, the car is in Forza Horizon, the Crew Motorfest and Need for Speed. The car that was born in the 50s, was again manufactured in the late 70s and was once the best-selling sedan in New York. The special version for American police forces could well be brought into the game. Gran Turismo has even brought an ambulance. Why not bring the most famous police car in the world? Another brand that is missing from Gran Turismo is Koenigsegg. And nothing better to represent it than the new Koenigsegg Jesko. The 2020 model, which can reach an incredible 300 miles per hour, has already appeared in the Forza franchise and the Crew, and who knows, one day it will also appear in Gran Turismo for us to test on the Route X circuit. The idea of bringing truck to the game is very interesting, but Gran Turismo has a disadvantage if we compare it to its main competitor. While Forza Horizon has almost 10 types of them, Gran Turismo only 2 models, the F-150 and the Tacoma. They can increase this number by bringing a model already present in other games, which is the Chevrolet Colorado ZR2. Chevrolet's robust truck goes head-to-head with the other 2 models and would be a great option for those special pickup-only events. A car that made it to Forzas, The Crew and Need for Speed and hasn't even made a dent in Gran Turismo is the incredible McLaren Senna. The model that has already made history, not only for paying homage to one of the greatest Formula One drivers, but also for being an iconic car for the brand, has only 500 copies worldwide and carries one of McLaren's most powerful street engines. Who knows, he might join the McLaren MP4 that the great champion drove and is already present in the game. In this list I only picked street or sports cars. In the future I intend to make another list with competition and racing cars. Well, what did you think of the list? Make your list of 10 cars that need to be in the game and post them in the comments. To more Gran Turismo, like this video, subscribe to the channel, see you next time, bye.